There's only one kind of commercial real estate asset not to buy. I'm gonna break down for you what that one is, how to avoid it, and also how to not get led astray by so many gurus telling you buy apartments, buy flex spaces, buy this, buy that. I'm gonna give it to you straight because my team's done $1.6 billion in transactions over the past few years. And I've seen about every single asset class out there for commercial real estate. And I'm gonna help you get the best investments every single time in this one quick video. Now, a lot of people say, apartments are the best because it's safe, people need them, and you always have tenants, more or less. Some people say that flex spaces are the best of the best. They are in high demand. If you do it correctly, you get massive paychecks and so much more. Other people say you have storage units or RV parks. People need to have places to stay, they're traveling, or they need places to store their stuff at, that buying too many things and don't want to be called a hoarder. And also, it's great for a land play. Later on, when the time is right, you can always redevelop that and make it a skyscraper, make it a office space. Who knows? But here's the thing. There's actually no bad commercial real estate investment that you can make. The only way you can make a bad investment, the only way, is two reasons. One, it's already a bad deal, and you saw it. That's the easiest way to do it. Number two, you ran, or the broker on the other side of the deal, ran the wrong numbers, or had the wrong criteria, or if something happened in the world that we cannot predict. Think about COVID, for example. Office spaces were a huge boom, and then COVID happened. Because of that, big tech companies said, you know what? Instead of having office spaces, let's work from home. And then after a while, people like Elon Musk had a huge firing session, and that made a new wave of Meta and Apple and other companies following suit with massive layoffs. So that stuff can happen. Now, obviously, you already know this, but investing in anything for that matter, but especially commercial real estate, has some risk. There's no way to make sure it's always going to be a grand slam deal for you. But I'm going to show you super quickly in this video, kind of like the big spectrum of all the deals out there, from pretty much every asset class out there for you, to see that there actually is no bad deal. There's no right or wrong, because you can make money, make financial freedom, make huge equity plays with just about every single asset class out there, even office spaces if it's done correctly. Now, I'm not saying you'll buy those, but I want you to be really clear that you can make money and pretty much everything. Now, the biggest thing is to pretty much stick in one lane. If you love storage units, do storage units. If you love apartment complexes, do apartment complexes. So again, my team's done $1.6 billion in transactions over the past few years. I saved one of my clients like 2 days ago $275,000 off one property. Last week, I saved another client $367,000 off a property. So, there's no bad deals if you can do the good negotiations, if you can also understand the concepts and the structuring of the deal, underwriting, and so much more. But you understand those concepts. There's no bad deals. Now, if you want more help, more support, and it still seems overwhelming to you, no worries. I have your back. Down below, link in the description, have a call me directly. I can walk you through the best asset classes for who you are, your goals, and stuff like that, and help you do the whole entire process. Like from buying all from selling, help you make the most amount of money with no stress added, and get more money with my help than you would by yourself more often than not. Now, that all being aside, let's kind of hop into what I'm talking about in terms of there being so many asset classes. So I'm here in Austin, Texas, but we can help you in all 50 states. But I'm going to use Texas for my example here. Right now, there's over 31,000 different opportunities from every single asset class just in Texas. So that is just on-market deals. Not even talking about the off-market deals that mostly are the best ones. But this to give you a really clear picture saying that, wow, any deal works. And again, I'm going to prove it to you right now. Let's do retail. I'm just going to do retail and nothing else. All right, let's scroll down on this. Here's this property saw I see last week. So I'm not going to do this again. This one already cash flows today, supposedly. You'll never know until you are under true due diligence. But I'm going to see if we can find anything in here that is already cash flowing. So this is a 6.6 cap with no unpriced. I don't want to see this one. We have this one here, okay, 3.5, 7.5% cap rate. It's in El Paso. What is this place? It is not even sure what kind of company this is. So a single tenant net lease. So it's kind of nice there. You can kind of see the increase every 10%, 8 more years remaining on the lease. That's pretty good. Okay, so we have a really clear picture here. Like already I can see that cap rate 7.5, NOI is 262, I'm going to say 263 before you stabilize it. Obviously 100% stabilized. Because every 5 years, it's probably like 8.5% once it does jump again. Let's scroll down. Let's see if we can see. Okay, so looks like they're a blood plasma company. Okay, that's cool. So, they're going to be a pretty good tenant for you. And it's in a really popular spot of El Paso. And then they don't really have the terms for us. So obviously I want to see the lease agreement. I want to do my own underwriting, my own everything like that. But again, like my last video said before, like the best kind of deals to buy up above, watch that video. For your first deal, this is a super solid one. Like obviously the price point might be a little too high. Now obviously those deals for less than $1 million that have amazing returns for you too. But 40 days in the market, I can probably talk them down a couple $100,000. Making it 8 cap from day one is this net. So, not as high as I want. I'll have triple net, but, we kind of can see the term sale. So this is one example super quickly, just in the retail section. Now, let's go down to multifamily. People say multifamily is not the best right now because it's so competitive, which is true, but like I'm still seeing deals every single day. I have clients in family offices buying these deals all the time. We have a deal right now that is a development deal, $9 million. You obviously are buying to do it. It's already, made and zoned for you, the whole 9 yards, entitlements and everything to build all plans that we have for you. But like that is a fantastic deal. So there are tons of deals out there they can get. If I just scroll down, I bet I can see something super quickly. Just actually also add this price thing. I don't want to see all these prices I don't know. There's 2,000 options just in Texas alone. And again, like you can buy deals anywhere across America. You probably already know this. If you're new, obviously buy in your backyard. If you have experience, you have a team, buy anywhere. I have a deal right now that's in Mississippi that will $3 million that we're working on. We have stayed our client, over $200,000, almost $300K, I think, actually, on that deal. And I live in Texas. So like you can do deals anywhere you want to. So like you're not just stuck. If you say, hey, my state has nothing or my town has nothing, go a little further. Like luckily we live in a time where we have planes or nice cars. So let's see if we can find anything else. 72 units. I kind of like this one already. I haven't seen too much. Looks like a nursing home or a place for retirement, maybe not. Let's see. So not a lot of information. Class A, pro forma. Okay, so I don't want this one. I want the part I do that is doing amazing today. Again, the only way you can lose is if you buy deals that are already not performing. So you want to find the deals that are performing when you buy them, when you invest in them. It's so much harder to have a bad investment if it's already producing you income from day one. Like for my client, I'm trying to make them have cash flow on day one, at least a 10% or higher cash and cash return, 8% cap rates, depending on what kind of client they are. If they're family offices, they want to have something super stable, already stabilized in Class A. If it's those trying to do equity plays, they want Class B and C. But I'm really looking for something that's going to have a great kickback from day one. This is $12 million. This is probably a pretty, let's see, solid deal. So 7.23% cap rate, NOI $888,000. I can definitely probably talk them down to 11.7, maybe 12 million even. Make this an 8+% cap rate. When I say easily, it takes some time, obviously. Like sometimes I'm in negotiations with people for like a week or so. But it's like a fun game to me. I love negotiating for my clients, being the best deal I can. Class B, 7.2% cap rate. Okay, so this is obviously a good deal. So this is probably going to cash flow for you day one when you first buy it. Look at the property. See if they have any good financials for us. This is a 2 performer. I don't care about performer deals. Again, be so careful. Up above, a whole video that breaks down for you kind of performer aspect for you. You're gonna see that. I'm about to like how to do underwriting yourself. But I want to see like true. Okay, so this is year one. This is gonna be a 7.38% cap rate. So this is a deal that I'll probably take with my clients. Like, hey, this deal looks like pretty solid. Let's get a big discount there. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna aim for $1 million, obviously. Like, I'm gonna aim for much as I can on saving my clients money or saving you money if you're watching this and need help. But I want to see the underwriting, the T12s. This is 1.7, 800K, 47% on expenses for EGI. I wonder what they're doing to make it so high. So salary, the full on the suite there. Okay. So it's managed pretty correctly. You probably save some money, do some things differently, make it more automated, make it more seamless as well, increase your income. And from there, you probably have a good return. So this is one example of a multifamily deal. Now, of course, there are deals that are smaller. There are 5, 10, 15, 20 units that are not costing $12 million. And there are deals that are costing you tens of millions of dollars. Now, funny thing about commercial real estate, anything below $100 million is technically a small deal. So you have some options there. This is 1.4. Let's see if this one has any numbers for us. 6.2, 140 on the market. Probably talk them down to make it an 8 cap, and of course do underwriting and look at the area, walk the ground, see the tenant, and again, see the lease agreements, all these things. So this is multifamily. So then, so far we've been for 2 places already, and we found stuff. Now let's see offices. Do offices have money to be made still? We all have heard the offices are out of commission. Now, I also think offices are nice because you're creative. You could make it be, more valuable. But on top of that, if you're investing in office spaces and you have enough capital to wait, even if it's not performing a lot from day one, you could potentially, buy a massive discount. That's what you want to buy. You want to buy assets when there's blood in the streets. As Warren Buffett would say, I want to find an asset that's doing terrible and buy them then. I know when things rebound, which almost always does, I can get them at a better price. So this is $3.8 million, 8% cap rate, triple net. I like that. But the lease term ends in 1.7 years. So I'd probably say, hey, if your current client are willing to extend 5-10 years before we purchase this property, I'm happy to move forward with them. I don't want to, and only 3% extra the price. Okay, so not the best deal out there, obviously, but like this is an example. This is an office space that's already cash flowing today. I don't like the terms on this one, but we looked for a couple of minutes on Craigslist of all places. Like this is not the best place, it's not the worst place. I've seen lots of deals on here, but like there are other ways to find deals. But I'm always seeing deals from day one Let's see. This is Austin condo. So I like this one because this is where I'm at currently. There's no numbers. This is a flyer. It's overpriced by a lot because 1.500 days in market. So probably not this one. And as a caveat for those watching, I'm making it seem super easy because right now I'm just looking super quickly. Like when you're looking at deals, I'm looking at like tens to hundreds of deals before I find the right one for my client. So like this is a really like basic level version of what you'll be doing. But like this is kind of how it looks. I'm looking at office spaces. This is $3.3 million. This is at 600 days of the market. And probably talking down some price points, triple net, 300K NOI, 8.9% cap rate. This one looks pretty solid. Lease term is 15 years, 3.5 years longer. Okay, like it's probably long enough for me to be interested in this. Look at the underwriting, talk to the agents, see if they want to extend potentially afterwards, and what are the terms, and how is that business operating as its own as well to make sure they don't go out of business after I buy it. All these things are good questions. But this is an office space that we found in El Paso, which is for some reason a lot of deals right now. So office spaces works as well. Industrial, really popular space right now. I think people will probably have a huge wave of industrial soon. Like right now, you see people like having big brands about this warehouses, some flex spaces. Some people have big brands about, storage units and all these parks. I can see the trend next will probably be this sector here, industrial. Just look down the list. We can see some deals. This is $1.4 million, 250, 1.7 opposite zone. Let's find something that looks solid for you. And of course, when you are still getting used to this, you might not go this fast. I can like look at a picture to see pretty easily if it's good or not without having to go too much detail first. Because I've seen I look at hundreds of millions of dollars of deals every single day. So like for me to scan super quickly, it's kind of easy now. I don't see any numbers here. I don't see 700 days in market, so it's too high of a price. That means also the seller probably is not open to negotiations, so it's probably not worth my time. Let's keep on going. 1.5 opportunity zone. Get for taxes. 800 days on market. Probably the same reason. So of course, I'm just sifting through the noise, trying to find the one deal that looks like it's going to have a good return for you, my client. Triple net, vacant. Don't want that one. I'm not buying a vacant property unless you already have good marketing. And you give it, on that note, actually, too, on deals that have no tenants in place, you can have, or we can for you if you want, have negotiations say, hey, this is contingent on me finding a tenant before I buy it. So that can take you months or even a year sometimes if it's really bad area to do that. But that means you're gonna get the asset way, way below market value. Like you're buying on performance today. So there's no tenant in place. That means that you're buying it that a good return for you. And then when you get a tenant in place, you can put someone in there and resell if you wanted to a couple days later, honestly, for way more money. So like there are ways to make money in commercial real estate if there is a vacant property. So doesn't deter you completely. Obviously, it's more work. OM 13 days in market, probably not open to negotiations. So you can see that we're just kind of going through the list, trying to find some good deals to have 5 days in market. That way, it sounds promising. There is no information for some reason about this property at all. So a lot of brokers are lazy, I guess, nowadays. Let's see. Multi, Class B, no information. What's down here? Okay, so next one. Oops. Funny thing is, we've found more deals in the office spaces quicker than we find in this place, which is normally a much better place. Here we go. 4 locations. I'm not super fan of different locations. It's flex pace 8.4, 100% occupancy. Okay, this one could be good. Class B. It has 650 a year of NOI. Performance 670 supposedly 8.4. Probably adding some more managers in there and some upkeep for it too. 50 days in market. You can probably negotiate a couple $100,000 off the ask price. And of course, you want to see the city, make sure it's good, go from there. This is the 4 locations. So if it's not crazy far from one another, it could be optional for you. I don't like personally locations or spread apart like this because it's basically hard to manage. Now, if you have a manager in place, it's not you doing it personally, not that big of a deal, especially if it's triple net, which we can't see on this one. But we found one deal so far. Let's see, 1.5. This one looks pretty good, actually. Off first glance, net, not occupied. Okay, maybe it's not a good deal. Cap rate 10.5. This is probably for pro forma, because if it's occupancy rate right now, it's 35. There's no way it's, a 10 cap. That's what it's sending out a massive discount, which could be an option for it. It's also a Cricket store. I'm not even sure Cricket is even big anymore, but maybe it is. So it's industrial, and we can do this all day long. This is like a really good example on you can find deals in any sector. And really like stress that to you that like don't let all these gurus tell you buy this class, because a lot of times they're selling you a mastermind. Like this kind of backtrack real quickly. Most of the gurus you're watching online who are saying buy storage units, buy flex spaces, buy apartment complexes, buy X, Y, and Z. Most of them are selling you a mastermind or a program. Which is why me, as a fiduciary real estate broker, I have nothing to sell you other than commercial properties. Will tell you the honest facts, honest truths, because I want to help you get the best returns, make more money, make a legacy, have generational wealth, or whatever your goals are in the commercial sector. I want to help you do that. I have no alternative motives. So I'm telling you, there's no bad deals. Even single families. Like my background before commercial was single family. I did a lot of those, a high level, top 1% agent in America. Like you can find great deals there as well. Like there's a time and place for both of them. So they don't just be stuck in like, I'm only doing apartment complexes. I'm only doing industrial places. I'm only doing single family. Like if you find a really good deal in single family that's like $100,000, you can double your money in like 2 weeks. Do it. Like there's no harm in doing that. If you find a great deal in hospitality that you know it's a Michelin star restaurant, it's gonna be super great, no matter what happens, then do it. Like so important to like let the numbers speak for itself. Don't let emotions get involved. Don't let gurus get in your head. Let the numbers of themselves actually dictate what you invest in, because that is what matters the most. Let's see, hospitality. This is a 5.5% cap rate. Now, again, any deal is not bad. You can always talk them down. Like you can make a bad deal a good deal. But I want to make a good deal a great deal. That's my plan. Let's make a good deal a great deal from day one. Find hospitality. $21 million. Let's see if this one's going to be good for us. All right, not enough information. Aloft. So it probably is pretty solid deal, actually. Like Arlington, Texas, by the airport. 124 keys, 4 stories, zoning C. Year built is just probably like a. So this could be good. Obviously, if you're watching this, like I want to buy this for myself. You're probably a family office more often than not, because most people who are not family offices or intentional buyers are not buying these kind of classes because it's probably a super low cap rate. Not a lot of value add. Holiday Inn. 84 keys, not information. And of course, if we go down this list long enough, we will find something that looks great. I'm like, great, we have now found another deal in another sector that works for us. And I'm really doing today is showcase like how easy it is to do it. Here's a San Marcos. I live not down too far from this place. This is pretty cool. Little jungle vibes. This one's cool. I like this deal. These are the kind of deals that you want to like really get into because they're so unique. And obviously, as long as like the world doesn't crash and burn, you're gonna be pretty safe with these. People love events. People love these kind of like sectors here. If it has a good cap rate, it's 26 mil. I'm not doing that right now because 9.4% cap rate, hotel slash RV park. This is a good one. Like, if you have the budget for it, let me know. Happy to help you get this deal at a bigger discount because there's definitely room for it. So this one deal we found, hospitality. We can do land again. For land deals, that one's a little more harder, I guess. I think depending on who you are, like you flip them or you buy them at a big discount and you resell them to somebody else, or you like get a tenant in place or you add units to it. Like there are ways to do land deals. If you buy a land deal and then like entitle it or do assemblage and buy a few plots and make a master parcel, boom, land sounds super valuable. So like you can even make land deals work. There are so many ways to do this. Let's do self-storage. This one's easy. I've been buying these a lot actually this week. So you can find deals super quickly with self-storage that have a 8, 9, 10% cap rate, day one, cash flowing. Like we do right now, send cash for like $90,000+ a year for my client day one after we buy it, and he's doing even 10% down. It's still cash flowing for him for like a 1.45% DSCR. It's like crazy. Like you also though we talked them down a lot. So we got a huge discount on that, but still we're buying an 8+% cap rate. This is 5.62. 400 days in the market. Talk them down, see what's going on, walk the property, get a better deal for them, make it 8 cap, 7 cap. Go from that point of view. Well, home park, senior living, special purposes. Now I'm almost done. So once this last one is broken up, we can kind of see special purposes. And see, this is 3.49. This is vacant. So make it contingent on finding a tenant for this place. Dollar Tree is be cool. 7.75 cap rate. Double net, not a big fan of that one, but high NOI, but it's gonna be a good tenant for you. So already we find good deals. Here's a church. Let's see if this was a good one. That'd be funny if it was. Probably not on this one, unless he sells like a mega church or a church that's like doing great marketing and videos and branding. But there are ways to make any deal work. So hopefully this helped you a lot understand that there are no bad deals in commercial real estate as long as you invest on today's performance and don't get caught up in the guru hype and find working assets and be open to possibilities. Obviously, you should niche down on like one thing that you want to do the most of. Understand underwriting, understand the numbers, understand the asset class itself, know the business, know the market. All these things make a massive difference. But at the end of the day, if you invest in deals that are performing well today, you probably do pretty good. And you want extra help, extra support. This whole video breaks down A to Z on how to invest in commercial real estate, on how to find deals, negotiate deals, the whole 9 yards. Down below, a whole playlist as well about all things commercial real estate. And of course, you want extra help and support. You don't want to deal with the underwriting, the negotiations, and the contracts, and getting things ready and getting things in order. No worries. Again, down below, link in the description. Call me directly. I can walk you through the best strategies, help you get the best deal every single time, whether it's buying or selling. We're outperforming almost every single brokerage out there at doing this for our clients. Hopefully, you'll be next. But as always, thanks for watching. Have the best day yet. And I'll see you at the top. I'm glad to have you here.